frustrating comeback for you to start the defending tour here in Laos? How do you feel now?
I feel really good, kind of just getting through that match. I think that was a incredibly tough first match for me to play. He's really tough, and all it took in the first set was one break point, one break, and I never really had any other chances to get onto his serve. So, really happy to get through that.
What's your just long-term kind of opinion of Shelton and his potential, and where would you kind of rank him among the young Americans or young guys in general?
He's really good. I think it's too early to tell, and I think it's a really dangerous thing that people do, putting crazy expectations on young American players. So he's really talented, and he's super dangerous if he's playing well, just with the serve and the weapons that he has. Like I said, you make one mistake on my serve. I make one mistake on my serve in the first set and drop it, and the set's over. He's serving way too well, so he definitely has a really bright future. He's got a super explosive game, and he has a lot of stuff that he can still, a lot of stuff that he will improve on.
Do you feel like the leader of American tennis? Do you like that position?
I mean, I wouldn't say like the leader. Obviously, I'm the top ranked, but I mean, who knows what it's gonna be, in a year or two. I can see different parts of the years where just depending on defending points, keeping points, where other people take the spot. But I don't know. There's a lot of really good American players, and it's exciting to see. And I'm very, I guess, happy, honored, fortunate to be at the top of it right now. But I wouldn't, I guess, think of like a leader. I'm the highest ranked.
Taylor, congrats on a real great win. You just mentioned, hey, we put all these crazy expectations on young tennis players. You might say that that's done in other sports. People wondered how the young LeBron would do, or Mahomes, or whatever. What do you think that's about? Do you think that's just the nature of sports, human nature, or is it particular to our sport?
It happens in every sport, I think. Yeah, I mean, it happens in every sport. There's a lot of expectations put on people, and I just speak to it because for me, I felt like it was something I maybe wasn't ready for when I was like 18, 19, and I think I was too young at the time to, I guess, properly deal with it, and I think it probably hurt me, and I see it hurt a lot of young players, because one of the most dangerous things that you can be dealing with in sports is having a lot of expectations and having a lot of pressure. It stops you from sometimes playing and competing as freely as you would like. So it's a pretty common thing, though, obviously.
Talk a little bit more about the pressure. So 3 or 4 years ago, you're out there on the court, you're feeling not very well, you're losing, blah, 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 but all of a sudden it feels like you are locked in, playing more consistent.
Yeah, I think for me, what made me a really good player and gave me a lot of success early on when I was like 17 or 18 was how aggressive I was and how big I was hitting the ball. And I could do that because I was free. I was like, I'm not supposed to beat these guys. I'm the younger guy. And then all of a sudden, I remember thinking this. I had some good wins when I was 18. 1 year later, when I was 19, I barely beat a guy that I was supposed to beat. And I thought to myself, wow, if I had this win 1 year ago, it would have been the best win of my whole life. We're only a year now in the future, and I'm supposed to win that. It's bad if I don't win that match. So it's like, I just feel like there was a lot of pressure on me, and it just tightened me up. I wasn't playing my game as much as I guess should have. I got away from playing what made me good. And like I said, there's some deal with it better than others. And I think, at the age of 17, 18, 19, maybe you're not the most well-equipped to deal with that stuff. Now it's different. Now I'm older, and the pressure I feel is just the pressure that I put on myself. I don't care about what other people are saying and what pressure other people may be putting on me to succeed, and that's kind of just a lesson you need to learn.
Is that something you go back and change, or do you feel like
I mean, yeah, I think I wish I would have cared a lot less about all that stuff when I was younger, and I think that I could have had, the progress in my game that I've had in the last couple of years maybe sooner, but I guess, I don't know, it's a lesson learned.
And if you would, Taylor, just go back to today's match. I mean, going in, tons of pressure, defending champion, home court, so to speak, out against a guy coming off a great Aussie run and bombing it after. But you hung in there great. Are you satisfied, greatly satisfied about your fight and your consistency in coming back? Just talk about that dynamic.
Yeah, I'm super happy with how I didn't panic under the circumstances of being down a set. The guy's serving bombs. It's not winning points on his serve, obviously defending champion, a lot of pressure. He's playing well. It's I didn't panic. I stayed calm. I changed some things around. I kind of just figured out how I wanted to play and what I needed to do to get those service breaks and get myself back into the match. And I'm super happy to come through that. It's a really, really tough second round match.
Just a little bit on how you tweaked, what changes.
I mean, I couldn't return to serve in the first set. I think a big change I made was also he was killing me with the kick serve. So a big change I made was moving up a lot closer and just holding a backhand grip. And if he was going to hit the flat bomb to my forehand, I was just going to try to chip it low. Because it's not like I'd have the time to take a swing on my forehand anyway when it's coming 140 miles an hour. And then if he serves a big one in my backhand, I already have the backhand grip. So kind of just took the returns early and shortened up the swings to, put more in the court. And I thought that made a big difference in just making him play a bit more and me putting more returns in the court.
Just returning 4 years ago, are you much better now when you're returning, other than, the forehand, the backhand, all of that? When you're getting back there, we just say, I got to know where it's going.
Sorry, what do you mean?
So do you return much better now than you did, say, 4 years ago?
Yeah, for sure. I think one of the biggest improvements in my game from 2 years ago is the return. I think before I would only stand up and stand in the same position and try to return, and I think I've made some tweaks to where I can mix up where I stand as well, and I definitely put way more returns in the court than I used to, for sure.
Just how was it being the defending champ? Was it fun playing as the defending champion? Was it a burden thinking about defending 1,000 points? Just what was the dynamic?
Yeah, I'm not trying not to think too much about defending 1,000 points, because how all the players like to think, I would say, is, and how I think is, every year you start over at 0, and the race is the race. That'll be the rankings at the end of the year. So yeah, I'm defending 1,000 points, but I'm also 6th in the race this year. So let's just have a good result. Let's keep moving. Let's keep a good position in the race, and we'll go from there. So it felt great, I guess, winning the match and walking out on court and the crowd cheering like that. Brought back really amazing memories from last year, and just kind of like playing my home tournament. I was very happy to be back. I've been happy all week being here. So trying not to stress too much about the defending 1,000 points, because at the end of the day, it is about the race.